Good evening. Yeah. I decided earlier to go through and do little clips of different people, right? When people operate separately and people don't watch the whole group speak, right? Sometimes they don't get the bigger plot. Yeah. They aren't looking at the whole of the situation. Yeah. They're just looking at little pieces of it, right? So I did that, right? To show like how this direction that they're headed, even though they've been doing it forever, yeah, controls your perceptions of reality, your whole reality, actually. Yeah. It's like a good TV show that people just can't quit, or a train wreck that people just can't watch it. Yeah, quit watching. Yeah. So, anyways, I think by morning, I'm already like probably aggravated at tuning in. Yeah. Um, and so, like this morning, whenever I put something together like that and I listen back to it, and then I hear all that filth. Yeah. Oh, it was filthy. Yeah. So filthy, I wanted to like fast forward. Yeah. I said to myself, you know what? We're not going to have any response to that, right? I'm going to lay down, or the only response I'm going to have is creating a playlist, right, for the solution, right? I'm done complaining. Yeah. So I put that together, and then I found the crystal harp, and I said, oh, I said, I'm going to listen to that before I listen to the other, yeah. Or to put on while I sleep. And usually, if I just leave something alone, right, get my frequency right, I'll lay down, sleep, I'll wake up, and I will have a clarity, you know, and I will be calm. And then I can think clearly, I can focus, yeah. So, got up today, and we naturally left off, or picked up where I uh, left off last night, right? I came across a new channel, the 50 million videos channel or whatever, right? And so I was looking through that, and there's quite a bit of videos that you wouldn't see on people's like TikToks or this or that, whatever, right? Because people are so used to not being out into the world and only basing their opinion on what is shown to them through a screen instead of their actual environment, right? That all they are referencing is what someone else is putting in front of them, and they have no idea, especially if it's a main source, right? They have no idea if it's real or if it's just fake or whatever, right? The good thing is like me, people like me, that's why I keep my shit simple. I'm not into the whatever, right? Right? You're not going to question me. You're not going to question my work, right? You're just not. No, because in a sea full of fake shite, something genuine and authentic and whatever needs to exist. Yes. 100% right. Because the worst form of any kind of like torture is mental. Yes. And that's what all these groups do, right? That's what they use the radio waves for. That's what they're going to use the AI for. That's what, yeah. You're all hackable animals, yeah. That means that you don't have control of you and your emotions, your responses, your consciousness. Someone else does, right? And they can manipulate you. The cross to me is a funny thing too, because if you put some strings on it and a puppet, you can just maneuver them however you want, yeah. It's super duper duper complex, the perception I could give you. Yeah, of what all of it is, right? That's why it is much more effective and wise for me. Like this was a conversation I had last night whenever I recorded. I didn't post the video though, yeah. To help people bring their consciousness, their frequency and vibration up. That is first and foremost, yes. Yes. And the science, the complex stuff, that is, you gotta crawl before you walk, yeah. So, like I said, I teach defense and run offense, right? I'm gonna teach people what they need to know to get the basics, right? You need to understand that first, right? And then the other things will make sense. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna come down to like a I don't know. I'm gonna come down to a different level, right? To give you another perspective, yeah, from my whatever. I only see my negative experiences as a tool, right? But they were obstacles before they became tools. Yes. So they were obstacles that I had to overcome, thoroughly overcome, before they became tools to help others. Yes. When I hear the terrible things in these videos, the masses are consuming, yes, there is no way for me to describe what it's like to be intentionally subjected to just the most awful things, yeah. Right? And people aren't going to see that immediately whenever they look at me, right? No, they may see, like a pretty face and uh, the the lust and all this other shit like kicks in, right? That has no regard. That has no regard for my experiences, for the things I've been subjected to. Yeah. No respect for it. Yeah. So when you're preyed on as a child from a very young age, and then you're tortured, you know, deprived, dehumanized, when you're shown terrible materials on purpose, like The Faces of Death and um, movies that children shouldn't be watching, right? My response to that sort of behavior, my response to that sort of thing becomes visceral. And so when anyone tries to treat me or look at me as, right? Because sure, like there's a pretty face, right? And there's the body, and then there's the girl that was subjected to these things, which also means there is a rage that will respond. Yes. To people intentionally. Yeah. Trying to use that or treating me like I'm just an object to them, right? Completely neglecting like the other aspects of me because there's a lot going on with me. Yes. And the least interesting thing is my sexual organs and my face. I promise you that. That is the least interesting thing I have to offer the world or anyone. But they want to treat me like that's it, right? And that is what society was built on. Yeah. Look at it, right? Like, talk about the seven deadly sins. What does your TV promote every 2 seconds? Consume, consume, consume. Sex, sex, sex. Lust, lust, lust. Right? Now, we've already heard the frequency over the airwaves where I was having an argument with them, right? Like that your creator is not of a sexual nature. Yes. It is all energy. And everybody wants to talk about Jesus, right? Pretty sure he went down to the river, molded a bird out of mud, and it flew. Huh? All the while. His dad like, don't do that, yeah? Imagine if he would have listened, right? Imagine if I would have listened to these people. Yeah. No, I did listen for a while, right? Until I understood that I know what's best for me. Yeah. Everything I need is within me. I do not need another person telling me, right? After all, most people are themselves first, and then they'll give you advice that is tailored to them. Yeah. So that it all circles, right? We're not doing that. Right? Never seen anything good come out of it. I'm the kind of person that evaluates my life as in, did this action help or hurt me ultimately, right? Did this behavior help or hurt me, right? And that's how I determine what to cut out, what to keep. Yeah. People can't imagine things beyond what they've been told to imagine, right? And that was the whole goal for them. Yeah. And I bust on the scene with something brand new, you know, because I can see. Yeah. But I've also experienced the way extreme of the types of people that build the foundations for everyone. Yeah. So I am completely qualified. Yeah. To help anyone see the bigger picture. Right? When you have to play chess from a very young age with these types of characters, well, naturally, like anything you do repetitively, right? You're going to become refined. In dealing with them, yes. The only way to open any doors, like I said, is through sound. Good sound, right? Proper sound. You have to do a lot of work for that. They're not going to do that. It's much easier to just slap all this slop in front of people and let them eat it up, you know? It is. Much more suitable to them and their goals and their means and their desires and their comfort and luxury. Yes, much more suitable. Makes people easier to control when they're drunk in the material worldly pleasures, yeah, and the carnal. Yeah. But you won't hear about that on Sunday morning sitting in church. You won't. No, because this world is tailored to my shortcomings because I'm not willing to uh, work hard in the right way for things. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. And we can finagle this and we can budge here and we can cut a corner here and there, right? And completely cheapen anything. I'm not a cut corners kind of gal. I'm not. I'm the long way, thorough way kind, yeah? I'm going to do it the right way. Now, I'm going to make sure and that when I set the pieces up, there is no moving around them because I have thoroughly, probably, either seen the mistakes or made the mistakes to know you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that, you don't want to do that, you don't want to move here, blah, 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 right? With my experiences, yeah. They hate A nefarious hate. Good frequency. Right. Doesn't vibe well with their debauchery. All right. Anywho, I hope that this video kind of ties up what's going on the community post, yeah? Because not everything needs to be said. Some things need to be thoroughly looked at, thoroughly thought about, yeah? They want to shorten your attention span. I beg you to sharpen it, yeah? Some people, I think, just haven't lived in enough chaos and misery to truly understand the value of peace, right? It's easy for them to listen to a news channel all day just drilling in that negative stuff, right? Because they haven't accumulated enough of that in their real life experiences. Yeah.